They return with superpowers.
Who doesn't love a good superhero movie? Whether you're into Marvel or DC, Wonder Woman or Miss Marvel, there's just something about these characters that make us keep coming back. And this summer we had the experience of the Fantastic Four First Steps, a new look into the first family of heroes. And the man who leads the way of this blue crew is Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. And on this Resiliency Day, I'm going to take some time to show how you can be as resilient as this legendary hero. Rise up, GG Nation! It's time for a digital guidance lesson from your internet school counselor. Is it truly possible to be as mentally tough as a genius with super stretchy arms? Only one way to find out. Let's go! It's guidance time!
They defeated Red Ghost and his super apes.
Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Mr. Fantastic is resilient because he's flexible. And not just literally. It's more than just his Stretch Armstrong powers.
Stop, evildoers!
Stretch Armstrong.
Reed Richards' mind is also flexible. Reed is the kind of guy who has a plan. And when he's made a plan, you can bet he's gone through every single angle of the problem before showing up and saying, this is how it's gonna go down. When his Earth is threatened by Galactus, a being who literally eats planets, Richard's first plan is to find Galactus, go to space, and take him out. People with resilience think things through. They don't say things they'll regret later, or go into a situation with no idea on how to handle it. It doesn't mean that they're perfect, they just know what to expect and move accordingly. But going back to Richards, what if one of his detailed step-by-step plans don't work? Or if it just falls apart? Let's see how he handles it. When he and his team get to Galactus and realize that they are not prepared to take on the Planet Eater, he makes the plan to peace out, head back to Earth, and try something else. A plan that he had to make on the fly, by the way. Mr. Fantastic knows that life doesn't always work the way we want it to. And sometimes it doesn't matter how many plans we have or how many times we've looked things over. Sometimes our plans will fail. Sometimes things get messed up. But Reed doesn't stay down on himself for too long and thinks of another way to get the result that he wants. And that's something you can do too.
What is that?
Like this.
The second way Mr. Fantastic shows off his resiliency skills is through his grit and perseverance. What are grit and perseverance? The short version is that these words describe someone who doesn't give up. Let's see how Elastiman shows his determination. When we last left off the Fantastic Four, he had to ghost Galactus at light speed just to make it back home in one piece. Everyone is curious about what happened while they were out, and they're left speechless by the answer. The world finds out that Earth can only be saved if Reed and his wife Sue, the Invisible Woman, give up their son to Galactus. And because they're good parents, they turn down that deal. But that leaves the rest of the world wondering, well, what's gonna happen to us then? It's here where Richards works his magic. He gets back to the drawing board and comes up with another idea to take down Galactus. This time, he gets the entire world to work together to create a massive device that would teleport the whole world to another universe and dodge Galactus entirely. But just as they were about to do the thing, the Silver Surfer comes along and just wrecks the whole operation. Now, things look really bad. There's not enough time to build another super device, and the people of Earth are now looking at Sue and Reed going, look, I know it's your kid and all, but we're all gonna die if you don't give up the baby, bro. And even with the pressure of the whole world telling him to sacrifice his kid for the sake of the literal world, Reed still says no, he's not doing it. And because he thinks through everything, and with his perseverance to save the world and keep his newborn son, he eventually comes up with a plan so insane, you'll have to see it to believe it. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the whole movie if you haven't seen it yet. I'm not a monster. A determined person is a dangerous person. They don't have any quit in them. They don't stop when it gets difficult, they just try harder. And that can work for you too. That one subject that you just don't understand, that team that beats you every time you play them, that song you just can't get right, find another way around that problem. It might require thinking about the issue in a creative way, or doing something slightly different. Or it might be using Mr. Fantastic's last secret weapon of resiliency.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
When people talk about resilience, they often bring up hard times that they were able to bounce back from and turn things around. And while that's exactly what resiliency looks like, there's an aspect of it that's often overlooked, but something that Mr. Fantastic has in spades. And it's the fact that he relies on others. Yes, he's the leader of the group, and it's facts that without him, Sue, Johnny, and Ben would have had little to no chance of taking down the living Death Star. But at the same time, he needed the other members of his team too. When the four were escaping Galactus, the Thing was the one driving the ship that got them home. It was the Human Torch who was able to talk to the Silver Herald, which led to a major breakthrough in finding a way to stop Galactus. And the Invisible Woman was able to calm a scared and confused planet that wanted them to give up their only child. It's not Reed Richards that makes the Fantastic Four fantastic, It's everyone on that team working together to save the world. And that's what I want to leave you with. If you're going through a tough time, being a classmate giving you trouble or problems at home, know that you don't have to go through them by yourself. Talk to a school counselor or teacher to see what you can do. Resiliency is not about getting it done by yourself, it's about the journey you take to earn your win. And more often than not, you will need help along the way. And that's not weakness or cheating. Quite the opposite. Relying on others makes you stronger. It makes you more resilient. And as you go through your resiliency day, remember that mental toughness is a team activity. Mr. Fantastic may be a great example of resilience, but the most important part of it is not his mind or his powers, but the people around him that make him fantastic. Now it's time for you to return to the classroom. But before you do, I want to know, who's your favorite member of the Fantastic Four? Let's see it in the comments. And while you're there, do the YouTube thing. Tell the like and subscribe buttons that it's clobbered time so that more people can see this video. And if you want to learn more about the Fantastic Four, come check out this video that reveals the secret to how your class can be as close as the Blue Crew is. See you there! Guidance Guy out.